Hey everyone! Welcome back to the SOXL Challenge channel. It's the evening of March 31st, 2025, and this is our March update. SOXL is currently priced around $16, significantly down from last month's $22. After hitting a high of $32 on February 20th, it has plunged to $16 as of today. This downturn initially began due to concerns over China's low-cost DeepSeek artificial intelligence tool. More recently, the decline has been driven by Trump's tariffs and the resulting uncertainty. Some expect the stock market to recover after April 2, 2025, when more details on Trump's tariffs will be revealed. However, most believe the market will struggle in the coming months, as tariff-related uncertainty is expected to persist throughout much of 2025. Since last month's update, I've accumulated more SOXL shares. Let's start with my IRA account. I bought one share of SOXL at $17, limit order placed on March 12, filled on March 28. I will receive a dividend of $18.20 on April 1. My total Roth IRA holdings have increased from 281 to 282 shares, with an average cost of $27.44. I've already maxed out my $7,000 contribution for the 2024 tax year and plan to contribute another $7,000 for 2025 while continuing this strategy. My SOXL holdings in the Roth IRA are currently valued at $4,500, reflecting a 42% loss, or approximately $3,300. In my individual account, I have also accumulated more SOXL shares, adding 136 shares since the last update. Here are my recent SOXL purchases. 20 shares at $21.01, limit order placed on February 27, filled on March 3. 20 shares at $20.01, limit order placed on February 27, filled on March 3. 10 shares at $18.01, limit order placed on March 3, filled on March 10. 10 shares at $19.51, limit order placed on March 3, filled on March 4. 10 shares at $19.01, limit order placed on March 3, filled on March 4. 10 shares at $18.51, limit order placed on March 3, filled on March 10. 10 shares at $17.51, limit order placed on March 3, filled on March 10. 10 shares at $17.01, limit order placed on March 3, filled on March 10. 3 shares at $16.01, limit order placed on March 10, filled on March 28. 3 shares at $15.01, limit order placed on March 10, filled on March 30. 10 shares at $15.34, limit order placed on March 28, filled on March 30. 10 shares at $16.51, limit order placed on March 28, filled on March 28. 10 shares at $16.71, limit order placed on March 28, filled on March 28. With these purchases, I successfully lowered my average cost to $23.82. My total holdings in my individual account have grown from 319 to 455 shares, with a portfolio value of approximately $7,200. Combining both accounts, my total SOXL holdings have increased from 600 to 737 shares, with a combined market value of approximately $11,700. I have also placed additional limit buy orders on March 28. 10 shares at $14. 10 shares at $13. These orders have not been filled yet, but if SOXL dips further, they should execute in the coming months. I will also receive a dividend of $27.14 on April 1. As mentioned in previous videos, I may sell more frequently in my Roth IRA whenever I reach at least a 30% return, as capital gains taxes don't apply to transactions within the account. However, I have not sold any shares yet. In my individual account, my strategy remains the same. I plan to hold SOXL until it surpasses $60 before selling, while consolidating all future SOXL investments within my Roth IRA for better tax efficiency. My strategy remains unchanged. I maximize tax efficiency by investing $7,000 annually in my Roth IRA and use a swing trading approach, buying at lower prices and selling at higher levels, guided by technical indicators like moving averages and RSI. I avoid margin trading to manage risk. The goal is not to perfectly time the market but to capitalize on SOXL's price volatility for long-term gains. The semiconductor sector remains a critical driver of tech growth, supported by advancements in AI, cloud computing, and 5G. Despite short-term volatility, these trends suggest a strong long-term outlook for SOXL. Historically, SOXL has rebounded significantly during bull cycles, reinforcing its potential for substantial returns. That wraps up our March 2025 update. While SOXL's price has been volatile, I remain optimistic about its long-term potential. This strategy demands patience, discipline, and a long-term perspective, and I am fully committed to seeing it through. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Happy investing! See you next month.